tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. 2 1-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. Not only a fumble loss here, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second down, Peterson again. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They go play action with Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Handoff comes to Peterson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here's Hurts. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
But you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
The running game's playing a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Step on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. Hurts fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. The 30. The 20. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A gain of 50. First down, Eagles.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott Good with a PAT, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Jackson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 7-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football. Not easily done in today's NFL.
Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 61 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Eagles 21, Ravens 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
At the Eagles' 36-yard line.
From the 36, Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Offense set to begin their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. On first down, Hurts. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, it's Peterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas got him. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Ravens 21. Jake Elliott taking off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, CD, you know, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. That will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Now a give to Peterson running left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
At the 15-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Milton Williams there on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's taken in by Duvernay. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
43's the mic.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And Jackson throwing once more. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder.
Hey. 4 down.
Now Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Carry number 20 now for Peterson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They run again on 1st down, Peterson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Here's a screen to Powell.
Oh, big hole right side.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's going to let it fly.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Eagles 42, Ravens 31. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Throwing, Jackson.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Jackson to throw.
Buying time to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Jackson.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Beautiful throw right there on third down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
Here's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One last shot for Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.